If you want to learn some quick Sanda takedowns from Chinese kickboxing, stick around. What's going on, YouTube fam? This is Sifu Jimmy Manfredy here, coming at you once again for Street Kung Fu with my assistant as always, Isaac Jones. And today we're going to work on a few tips and tricks for the Sanda competition circuit. For those of you who don't know what Sanda is, Sanda, Sanshou, they're pretty much the same thing, which is Chinese kickboxing. So think Muay Thai or K1 style kickboxing with the ability to do takedowns and throws. And in the Chinese circuits, Sanda, we do it on a platform versus inside of a ring, and we can also kick them off the edge of the ring, so on and so forth. So it's a little bit different, but you could also do it inside of a ring with ropes and everything, and even in circuits that use MMA cages for kickboxing. All right. Now, in this particular case, I'm going to be focusing on takedowns from a roundhouse position, a roundhouse kick, so on and so forth. All right. So we're going to start with a back leg roundhouse. All right, so he's going to throw a back leg roundhouse, and you're going to catch. All right, now normally in K1 style and in Muay Thai, so on and so forth, you'll catch, right? You have to let go, and then you strike, get one good strike in. Muay Thai, you can catch, trip, dump, so on and so forth. So Muay Thai is really one of the only other ones in the kickboxing realm that allows you to dump your opponent. In Sanda and Sanshou, however, you can literally hip toss your opponent. Now, we're not going to work on hip tosses right now. I'm just going to focus on these two particular kicks, which is a back leg roundhouse and a switch kick roundhouse. All right, so now he's going to do the switch kick roundhouse, all right, and I'm going to catch, all right. So what I want to do is I want to actually turn towards his leg, all right, and then yank back the other way right after. All right, so I'm going to put pressure going this way. Your opponent will actually like hop around. This one will actually not throw them down. They'll actually hop around to try to get away from being thrown and so on and so forth. So for most people, they think, oh, I'm going to take them down from there. No. When this one happens, boom, he throws it, bam, I start pushing this way. They'll do everything they can like he just did. He put a glove down, so on and so forth, and try to keep himself up. So what you want to do is he's going to do that switch. Boom. I'm going to turn and then bring him back, and down he goes. All right. So now what I'm doing is I'm putting my forearm on his thigh. All right. So he throws it. Boom. I put my forearm on his thigh, push him that way, and then I pull with my whole body back the other way. It whips and it throws him. All right. Obviously, the more torque in your own hip you do, the further he goes, the faster he goes down. Especially if you're pulling down the way you're supposed to with it. All right. So you're going to hold on. You're going to push downward with your forearm as you're turning, which will make him go pretty much almost face or chest first into the ground. So again, boom, boom, boom. All right, very subtle turn this way and then back the other way. It takes them right down. All right, so one more time. Boom, boom, boom. All right, footwork. I grab, I step real quick, then I pull and step back the other way. So if you do this in more of a traditional martial art mindset, as in Kung Fu, Karate, Taekwondo, if you grab the leg, you turn into almost like a bow stance, facing that way, all right? And then you take a quick step, and you shift almost into the opposite bow stance, okay? So when you do it, it just happens quick, boom, boom, and they go down, all right? The other one is the rear leg roundhouse. Now the catch is the same. Just like the switch kick, boom, you're going to have to eat the kick a little, all right? So be prepared for that. That's why you want to step in the direction the kick is traveling. It subsides the impact power he's going to have on you. So if he's doing it, I step away, I catch it at the last bit, and that's when I push and pull and then yank him as hard as I can down to the ground, okay? So keep that in mind. Now the rear leg roundhouse. That's going to be his hardest weapon because it has more to travel. You know, he gets to put a little more torque in his hip. And I mean, that's the most devastating one. So if it's going to your leg or your rib cage or your head, that's the one you need to really worry about. All right. So in this case, we're working on, you know, stomach shots or rib shots. You could even do it if he's going for your thigh and he's a little high. But right now we're going to go for the rib. He's going to come in. Same thing. I step away, put my forearm on his thigh, and I step towards him. I step towards him and then push downward on his thigh. So I push in, boom. That's it. Nice and easy. So you go. All right. And I want to move in almost a 360-degree methodology in both. Do I go 360 degrees? No, but I still want to keep that circular pattern in mind. All right. So with a switch kick, boom, I circle this way and then circle back that way. That yanks him. And it's literally the yank one way to the other way that throws his balance off. His equilibrium comes out from under him, and bam, he goes. All right, in this particular one, he goes up, boom, I catch that same circular motion. My right leg is basically aiming to go underneath his leg as I do this. So the further I get this hip past his hip line or his center line, all right, in this position, the easier it is for me to just dump him downward, all right? Even when I don't have a great grip on it, all right? So when it's happening nice and quick, and I can even hold on to his leg as he's down, all right? And the same can be said for the switch kick one. I can still hold on to his leg, hold him down there. If it's a self-defense scenario and I've got no gloves on, it gets worse, all right? So again, he hits, boom, boom, okay? That's one where I don't move as much. This is one where I move almost a full half circle. All right. So again, these are primarily used in a Sanda mentality, Sanda Sanshou. For those of you who don't know what that is, think Kung Lee. You know, Kung Lee was a Sanshou Sanda champion as well. You know, and this is basically one of the base maneuvers that we use to take people down. All right, it's very simple. Most people love throwing roundhouses, whether it's a switch kick roundhouse or, you know, rear leg roundhouse, so on and so forth. All right, the only other thing, you know, I would do different is, you know, I'd probably punch him too on the way down, you know, just in case, if I can. You know, he'll kick, boom, boom, and then, you know, if it's an MMA match, is what I mean. Sorry, I meant to clarify that. If it's an MMA match, I'll take him down and then punch him right at the end. If it's a street fight, you know, no holds barred. He hits that ground, I'm stomping on him. I'm holding on to that leg, I'm torquing the ankle, the knee. I'm just gonna like really do everything I can to hurt him. All right, so switch kick. Rear leg. All right, so that's 2 takedowns from a switch kick roundhouse and a rear leg roundhouse. You know, again, this is from my experience. I'm a Sanda kickboxer. You know, I've also done K1 as well and American style where you can't kick below the hip. You know, so I have a nice, well-rounded experience dealing with this particular style of movement. Also Muay Thai, just to kind of even it out there in order to get as many experiences as I could in order to utilize what I need to utilize properly. Now, you can train a million different techniques. That doesn't mean you're a great fighter. You know, I'm not afraid of the guy who, you know, practices 10,000 different kicks. I'm afraid of that guy who practices one kick 10,000 times. That's the dangerous one. So when you do this stuff, drill it. In my experience, 2 good takedowns for pretty much every scenario that you can dream of will pretty much save your butt. You know, drill it, drill it, drill it. They don't have to be extravagant. As long as you can take them down to get the job done, whether it's kickboxing, self-defense, MMA, so on and so forth, you know, that gives you every tool in your personal toolbox to get the job done. All right, so practice that, get it done. And lo and behold, we hit our 250th subscriber recently. Shout out to Dakota. Already got his Street Kung Fu t-shirt, wearing it well. All right, thank you for your support. Let's move on to get number 300, see who gets that free hoodie, and every so on and so forth after that. Every 250th gets, or sorry, every 50th gets either a t-shirt or a hoodie. You know, 350 gets a t-shirt, 300, or 400, sorry. You know, so on and so forth. So it keeps going. Boom, boom, boom. So let's keep it going, keep it moving, keep it training, stay safe. Don't break your partner or else you ain't got nobody to train with. And leave comments, you know, like, share, subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, please still comment, share, all right? Like or dislike, either one. You know, let's keep this moving. Learn from each other as best we can. I just recently got a comment actually saying, you know, you're getting to rival, you know, Icy Mike. No, I'm not rivaling anybody. Icy Mike and Hard to Hit has a phenomenal YouTube page. Go check them out as well. I'm not here to rival anybody. I'm just here to do what I need to do to share what we know, you know, and entertain you guys as we go. As we progress, the better these videos get, you know, and maybe one day I might collab with the man, but he's already, you know, his channel's got way more clout than mine does right now. So I appreciate that comment, you know. That shows that you see a lot of what's going on here and you're supporting and you're very appreciative, and I love you for that. All right, we both do. All right, so remember what I said, keep it moving, train hard. See you guys later.